Destiny is one of the most controversial streamers on the internet. Slur controversies, hate speech, and a lawsuit over an explicit video. So much so that every major platform has demonetized or banned him. But before politics became a big part of his content, Stephen Destiny Bonnell II was just a gamer. He started streaming StarCraft 2 in the early 2010s, during a time when Twitch had few rules and almost no moderation. He talked, played, argued with chat, and built an audience by saying exactly what he thought. Unfiltered and unpredictable. But even early on, Destiny liked arguing. Not just trash talk during gameplay, but arguments about ideas, culture, and politics. One of Destiny's earliest debates to break out beyond Twitch was the 2017 JonTron debate. JonTron was already huge on YouTube when he went on Destiny's stream. During the conversation, he argued that the US shouldn't change its demographics through immigration, said he didn't want white people to become a minority in their own country, and pushed the idea that immigrants should assimilate. That's why a lot of people felt his views were lining up with white nationalist ideas. But there are other opinions that still follow John, especially in 2026 comments, even though the video is 8 years old. JonTron was right all along, truly ahead of his time. It's 2026. JonTron was right. We did him wrong. We weren't ready for this conversation. It feels like JonTron was too ahead of his time. However, JonTron's response at the time didn't land well. JonTron posted a response video called "My Statement" a few days later, but the damage was already done. Around that period, JonTron had done voice work for Yooka-Laylee, a cartoon-style platform game made by Platonic Games. JonTron voiced one of the NPC characters in the game. After the controversy, Platonic announced they were removing his voice from the game, saying they didn't want his views connected to Yooka-Laylee or the experience players would have with it. After the JonTron debate, Destiny wasn't just arguing with small creators anymore. His streams could spill into real life, like companies cutting ties with people involved. Most creators soften their politics content once it starts costing careers. Destiny didn't. He leaned into long, live arguments with guests, with very little editing or cleanup, and because he didn't try to soften things for broader appeal, his audience saw him as real, even if that real was very provocative. That approach built him a loyal audience, but it also burned relationships, like Trihex. This guy, by the way, is a longtime Twitch streamer and speedrunner, known from Mario and Yoshi games. So in October 2019, Destiny's podcast with Trihex ended after a heated discussion about whether using the N-word in private was acceptable. Trihex said staying close to Destiny made him feel like a token used to excuse behavior found harmful. Bro refused to apologize, saying he would rather lose relationships than compromise on what he believed was correct. The podcast ended publicly, and their friendship broke in front of an audience. But live debate with no filter means you can say stupid or offensive things by accident. And as Destiny's influence grew, those moments didn't stay buried, and they got clipped and spread all over the internet. That made Twitch a constant problem for him. In July 2018, Bro was hit with a 30-day Twitch suspension for using homophobic language on stream. The problem was that Twitch never told him which exact moment it was. He publicly admitted he wasn't even fully sure which moment triggered the suspension. Destiny said it could have been a few different things. He mentioned using the homophobic slur, throwing other insults during arguments, or a rant about immigrants where he used violent language, and later said it didn't come out the way he meant it to. This kept happening again and again. Destiny cares a lot about what he means when he says something, and this wasn't a one-time thing. Even in 2018, he had already been suspended before, which showed this wasn't just bad luck. Over the years, Twitch took action on him multiple times. In 2020, he even lost his Twitch partnership after comments that were seen encouraging violence during protests. Another suspension came in April 2021. During a heated debate, a guest suddenly turned their phone toward the camera and showed an explicit image connected to the Hunter Biden laptop story. Destiny reacted right away, but it didn't matter. The image still appeared on stream and Twitch suspended him. But the big turning point came in March 2022 when Twitch permanently banned him for violating its hateful conduct rules, effectively ending his decade-long run on the platform. Later that same year, Destiny was pulled into another major controversy involving trans activist and streamer Clara Sorrenti, aka Keffals. During a period of intense harassment tied to kiwi farms, Keffals accused Destiny of threatening to dox her and of being connected to harassment networks. For those who don't know, Kiwi Farms is a forum with a long record of targeting people online. The usual pattern involves doxing, stalking, and trying to ruin someone's life offline. Keffals became one of the highest profile targets in 2022. She said people posted her private information, tracked her location, and that someone else pretended to be her and sent fake threats, which led police to show up and arrest her in a swatting accident. She said she had to hide and move because people kept finding her. The situation grew so serious that Cloudflare first blocked Kiwi Farms and later fully cut service, saying there was an immediate threat to human life. The site went offline for a period, though it later resurfaced elsewhere. During this time, Keffals claimed that Destiny had threatened to dox her and that she believed he had connections to Kiwi Farms. Destiny denied the accusations, but the controversy escalated quickly. Around the same time, the Omni-Liberal Twitter account was permanently suspended. After that, Destiny was still dealing with Twitch. He later said Twitch only told him he broke a rule like hateful conduct, but never pointed to the exact clip that caused the permanent ban. Destiny said he thought it came from heated debate moments, but Twitch never publicly explained what specific content crossed the line. Losing Twitch was a massive blow. It wasn't just losing a channel, it was losing millions of followers and the live audience he had built for over a decade. In June 2024, Destiny appealed the ban and Twitch denied it. So as a result, Destiny kept streaming on YouTube and signed with Kick. In July 2024, another controversy followed. On July 13, there was an assassination attempt at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania. One attendee, Corey Combrature, a 50-year-old firefighter, was killed and 2 others were shot. A few days later, Destiny posted about the shooting on X. He made harsh comments about Combrature and conservatives and said he would not apologize for how he treats conservative fans. So, Kick responded with a hate speech suspension, temporarily taking him off the platform. The suspension was supposed to last until the end of July, but it quickly blew up online. Destiny refused to take back what he said. He even went on Piers Morgan Uncensored and wouldn't say the shooting was wrong or call it an attack on democracy. And bro doubled down again after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. In interviews and streams, he refused to say the killing was wrong, saying that repeating statements like that doesn't mean much and that bigger political responsibility mattered more. That stance triggered immediate backlash across platforms. Critics accused him of normalizing political violence. Supporters framed it as consistent free speech logic. Even Elon Musk publicly reacted, calling Destiny's rhetoric insane. Once again, Destiny found himself at the center of a debate where the content wasn't just controversial, it was radioactive. Here's where it got insane. Elon Musk's X demonetized Destiny's account, saying his content was not appropriate for advertisers. People were like, "This is a fair call, Mr. Musk, coming from a man that was demonetized. You're the GOAT. Sir, your management team appears to not apply your policies equally. So you're gonna let a bunch of bad faith cyberbullies target his account because they don't like his policies? Seems antithetical to the principles here. I'm all for free speech, but making fun of murder victims shouldn't be profitable." Meanwhile, major community figures like Asmongold went on live streams calling Kick's decision insane and hypocritical, basically saying Kick marketed itself as free speech until free speech got too real. Asmongold didn't agree with Destiny's comments, but he defended his right to say them and slammed Kick for drawing down the line. This chapter didn't just stay on one platform. It blew up across Reddit, X, and other social hubs, fueling arguments about moderation, consistency, and where platforms decide to pull the plug. I don't blame him, but fuck me if Kick isn't the worst of all three. Just the ability to roll back on YT and Rumble is amazing, especially on a stream like his where missing 30 minutes can be essential to understanding a 4-hour conversation. I mean, Kick is in the realm of buying out his contract. If he streams exclusively on Kick, I'll probably rarely watch his streams again. Normally, I watch streams casually on YT, but I also watch the YT vids. I just hope the YouTube content stays high. It's also hard to know when he is live, but maybe I'm old. In a twist, Kick walked back the ban early. It was originally supposed to last until July 31, but was lifted over a week early thanks to the intervention by co-founder Trainwreck. Destiny publicly thanked Trainwreck for stepping in, describing how a back and forth between him, Trainwreck, and Kick moderation led to the reversal. But instead of diffusing things, the reversal fueled more debate. Supporters felt vindicated. Critics saw it as proof Kick has no actual policy backbone. This knee-jerk reversal underscored a reality creators often complain about. Platforms sometimes enforce rules inconsistently, or they buckle when public pressure spikes. That inconsistency became another talking point in Destiny's narrative. Destiny has been in the spotlight for more than moderation conflicts. There have been serious legal allegations that added another dimension to his public persona. In 2025, Destiny was sued over an alleged revenge porn incident involving an explicit video and a smaller content creator known as Pixie. The lawsuit claimed emotional distress and privacy violations due to dissemination of the content online. This was widely discussed across social platforms and even drew comment from other creators like XQC, who publicly condemned the accusations as disgusting. Whether or not Destiny disputes these claims, they became part of the wider controversy narrative around him. Things escalated even further when a Kick streamer publicly suggested Destiny should be added to a sex offender registry amidst the revenge porn accusations. Destiny allegedly responded by saying that if he went down, he would take like 20 other streamers with him, implying he would expose others in retaliation. The comment was widely criticized as threatening and reckless. Other creators warned people not to be intimidated, while Pixie's fundraising for legal action gained traction. This wasn't just about speech anymore. It was about power, retaliation, and how far a creator is willing to go when cornered, adding a layer that didn't involve platforms policing speech, but legal and community backlash over personal conduct. Even YouTube didn't slip that off for Destiny. In 2025, he said his channel was demonetized, and he fears his YouTube presence could face permanent removal if traffic and revenue didn't rebound. This added a financial pressure point on top of the streaming bans. He openly discussed how demonetization affects YouTube income, and whether it's worth continuing if the platform won't monetize his content, drawing fan debate and frustration. Bro's controversies also extend to clashes with other creators. Political streamer Hassan Abi accused Destiny of being obsessive and cyberstalking him after Bro and other creators discussed Hassan on stream. That conflict spilled into Reddit communities where fans from both sides clashed, highlighting how Destiny's approach to discourse doesn't just draw platform moderation, it draws friction from peers. There was also a scenario involving another streamer, Central Committee, who joked about paying people to do harm related to Destiny, later admitting the joke wasn't funny after he got banned. This kind of mess around Destiny shows how polarizing he is, not just among viewers, but among other streamers too. If you step back, Destiny's career isn't just a random sequence of problems, but a pattern. Every major platform clash, Twitch ban, Kick suspension, YouTube demonetization happened because he consistently pushes boundaries and lives in spaces most creators avoid. But there's also something else at play. Destiny's brand is built around content that feeds controversy. The harder platforms try to moderate or silence him, the more attention he gets, and that creates a feedback loop that most creators only dream of, even if it's toxic at times. That loop keeps Bro in the spotlight, even when he gets hit by bans. Most streamers who get banned once never recover. They disappear or pivot quietly. Destiny said, "Oops, not me." He reboots, relocates, rebrands slightly, and keeps going. Like Bro's Too Immortal. Well, I guess that's one of the reasons why he has a loyal fan base that sees every ban as proof he's telling truths others are scared to say. Even when people like Asmongold defend his right to say things they don't agree with, it keeps the idea that Destiny's battles are bigger than him. They're about the rules themselves. To his defenders, he's a martyr for free speech, while to his critics, he's reckless and irresponsible, but platforms treat him like a test case that no one's figured out what to do with. At this point, this dude isn't just controversial because of what he says, but how he engages with platform power structures and audience expectations. He challenges rules, exploits gray areas, and forces platforms to show their inconsistencies. And because he does it publicly and without much filter, every conflict becomes a content moment that feeds back into his brand. Whether you think he's a hero of free speech or just a reckless loudmouth, one thing is clear. Destiny's story is not about quiet exits or careful career moves, but pushing boundaries until platforms, communities, and critics all react, and then watching what happens next. But what do you think? Let me know below, and subscribe, or your life might be the next thing he loudmouths about.